All right, black belts, we're gonna be working on Nunchuck form number 1. This form was originally created by Master DeMarco, and I'm trying to stick to the closest things that he taught with for this particular form. So, one note to begin with, you can practice this form out of a horse stance, but he did mention to me that as you get more proficient with your nunchucks, your stance can get more and more narrow until you're basically in a natural stance. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna keep it pretty simple in the horse stance. Now, there are 6 sets to the form, little pieces, and the first 5 are kind of small, and the last set is basically the second half of the form. This is how he teaches it, so it's kind of a fun one. I'm gonna start with the nunchucks in my right hand. I'm gonna step out my right leg into my stance and pass the nunchuck. This is part of set 1. Switch, and switch again. Moving on to set 2, which is hip, shoulder, catch. When we do this one, my hand is gonna keep the nunchuck my right side, come across my hip, back to the shoulder, and then all the way around with the catch. A lot of people think their nunchucks are too small at this point, but usually they're just not bringing their elbow close enough to their chin. Now my left hand that caught the nunchuck, I'm gonna switch it to the left side with that simple pass. Hip, shoulder, catch on the left, hip, shoulder, catch. My right hand that caught it's gonna bring it back to the right side. Set 3, or what I call the leg bounce. So I'm gonna do a forward spin, leg bounce, back spin, catch. Again, when we do that one, we're not striking our leg with the nunchuck, but we're kind of letting it wrap around it. My left hand now, just gonna switch it over to the left side. Same thing on this end. Forward spin, leg bounce, back spin, catch. My right hand's gonna take it, back to the right. Set 4, or hip behind the back tap, hip behind the back catch. Hip behind the back tap, hip behind the back catch. My left hand that caught it is gonna keep it. I'm gonna switch it to the left side and transition to a bit of a front stance here. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Hip behind the back tap, hip behind the back catch. My right hand's gonna take it, I'm gonna go straight into set 5, which is overhead, hip, shoulder, catch. So right hand's gonna cross, 1, 2, hip, shoulder, catch. Left hand takes it to switch sides. Overhead, hip, shoulder, catch on this side. Overhead, hip, shoulder, catch. Right hand's gonna take it, back to the right side. Now this is set 6, or really the second half of the form. I'm gonna start off with 5 single hand forward figure 8s on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Armpit, tap, leg bounce, and then through the legs. 1, notice, I just kind of parked my hand right on my quad, and the nunchuck came right up, kind of wedged between my leg and my hand. 2, 3. Pull it up on the left side. Single hand forward figure 8s on the left, doing 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Armpit, catch. Now I'm gonna turn 90 degrees to the right, and I'm gonna do a simple switch to my right hand. Here, every time I do one of these switches, ideally, this higher piece of the nunchuck will be parallel with the floor. Hip, shoulder, catch, hip, shoulder, catch. I'm gonna turn 180 the other way and switch. Again, trying to get this piece 90 degrees. Hip, shoulder, catch on this side with the left hand. Hip, shoulder, catch. I'm gonna switch as I turn 90 towards the front of the form and step on my right leg. Switch, 90. Hip, shoulder, catch. Stepping forward again, in that 90, hip, shoulder, catch. Stepping forward one final time with the switch. Once my right leg is forward again, I'm gonna do 5 single hand forward figure 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Armpit, slide out into a front stance, and catch. I'm gonna step back and switch. 1, 2, 3. From here, I'm gonna pick up my lead leg, tap, forward catch between my armpit. This leg's gonna come down, catch, bow, chumbi. Nunchuck form number 1.